Okay, today I'm going to be showing you this YOTENG electrical lunchbox. So it does come with this cloth insulated outer covering, a nice zipper pocket on the top. You open it up, and this does have like a metallic lining. That way, if you need to keep your lunch cold or hot, it does kind of have that insulation built in. Then you also have the electric lunchbox itself. It comes with this little carrying case lid. There is a little section for forks and spoons, and it does come with a set. So the spoon and fork does come with this lunchbox, and there is like a little divot, little section where you can kind of pack them away and keep them safe, which is nice. There is this vent in the center, so when you do plug it in, you can kind of just squeeze it and unpop it, and that lets any kind of steam come out. It's not going to build up in the lunchbox, and cause a pressure buildup. When that's not taken out, though, it is a rubber seal to cover up that vent. That way, if they're sloshing around, lunchbox is bouncing, the rubber is going to stop it from spilling inside the outer kind of lining. It is 4 different locks. There's these little clamps that come down on each side. So that's nice. It keeps it nice and sturdy. Make sure your lid's not going to come loose and bounce off. It comes with a little like fruit container, is what I would call it, I guess. It has like a little berry or like tomato on it. So you can put some vegetables or fruit in there if you want to keep it separate from the other food. Other than that, it is just the kind of metal lining on the inside. That's going to heat up. If you put soup or roast or something in there, it's going to heat up. It has 2 different plugs. This is the bag that they came in because there's no like really extra pockets on the outside. I guess there's a little mesh for like a water bottle. You could put the cords in there, but there's nothing like really keeping them from falling out. I just kept the bag that they came with so I can package it back up and put them inside the clean lunchbox. That's something to keep in mind, that you do kind of have to have a little bit of cable management outside of like the lunch container itself. The plug is kind of short. It's maybe like a foot long, maybe a little bit over a foot. But it's a lunchbox. You're probably not going to want your lunchbox being, too far from you. You have on the side here a little covering on the outlets, so that way nothing gets in them. They don't get gunk built up. There's 2 of them. There is one for a wall outlet and then one for like a car outlet. So they are different voltages, and they're gonna, have a safety mechanism built in depending on where you're plugging it in. So I have not tested it in the car. I did test it in a wall outlet. It got pretty warm. It's definitely gonna warm up your soup, or again, if you have like a roast or leftover chicken or something from the night before, it's gonna heat it up. But they do, again, come with one that kind of goes into that cigarette lighter port, or if you just have, like a little charging port in your car. This is gonna fit right in there. So it is nice if you are maybe camping, and your camper has one of those little charging ports where you can plug it into, or if you're at the office and you don't have a microwave and it broke, or someone else is using it, you can definitely pack this up. I'm definitely going to use this for conventions. So we like to do booths and paneling. Sometimes you can't really step away to get food. You can kind of, still have a hot meal ready for you if you just plug this in by your booth. And then, it's a lunchbox. You can kind of open it up and pick at it while you're sitting there. So it's definitely useful for a number of reasons. It's nice that it has the spoon and fork and the lid as well, so you don't have to worry about packing that extra. You're not going to accidentally forget that because it's kind of built into the container. It's pretty easy to clean. It's like a stainless steel center, so that's, soap and water comes off pretty easily. The lid's a nice smooth plastic. The top has a little bit of grooves in it, but I haven't really had any spilling issues. It seals pretty good. So it's really just the top side of the lid that might need a little cleaning, but it's pretty smooth plastic, so everything washes off real easily. I haven't had any problems with the power source. Again, I plugged it into the wall. It turned right on, got hot. There's some indicators on the front here to just show you whether it's on, whether it's hot, whether it's warming. So you aren't just kind of like left in the dark. You do have some indicators on the front. So if you're interested, I'm going to leave a link down to this below. I recommend it. Again, it got fairly warm. It's not going to get super hot. You're not going to, be cooking anything in this, but it's going to warm something up so that it's a little more enjoyable than maybe cold leftovers. So again, the electric lunchbox. Please check the links down below.